morning guys, welcome back to Digging and Metal Detecting. I'm back out here today, obviously with the legend, again with the LG30. Absolutely love this coil, it's amazing. So far it's just, all it's done is produce good things, so there's no complaints there whatsoever. Yeah, my final review on that is that it is amazing. Sorry about any road noise, I am a bit near a road. I'm going to do a little bit, it's going to be a little bit different today. I'm gonna make sure that I go through my settings today on the legend, try and thoroughly go through them with you so you can see exactly how to, because some people have asked how to put my settings in. They're fairly straightforward, but obviously if you're new to the machine it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to work out. Some of the settings are hidden in the menus a little bit, and yeah, but this will explain it anyway, and I'll go through all that with you. And obviously I've got to do some detecting today, so I'm just going to wander today. I've got no plans of where I'm going. I don't usually do that. I sort of normally have a field I decide on and I go for it, you know, and give it a day, but I think I'm just going to wander today and see what happens. But yeah, we'll go through all that with you guys, and hopefully that'll help you out. I'll see you on the first hole. Right guys, first one today, very quiet, 26, 28, somewhere there. A bit of a whispery one. It's either something, that means it's either going to be small or quite deep. In this case I think small, because I think it's out, but it's still quite quiet. Possibly small lead. I think it's out. Wasn't quite out. Tilt you up guys so you can see. Ah, there we go. Not that small, and not that deep actually. It was just quite quiet. It might have been slightly on edge. That it's a little 4-hole button, and not a very old one, I don't think. But yeah, as always, starting on a button. Right, so here we are guys. Hopefully you can see this all right. I'm hoping so. If I tilt the screen a little bit like that, maybe that might help. What I'll do is come around a bit and just block that light a tad, then you can see a bit better. Yeah, hopefully you can see the buttons clear enough and everything else. Yes, so basically I'm just going to run through my settings and let you see exactly what I do and how I put them in. Obviously the main ones are on the main screen here. I'm in multi-2. I always use multi-2, that's just my preferred. Seems to find everything. I never have a problem with that. I've got ground off, which is just the first 2 bars notched out basically. That just cancels out any sort of ground noise. I'm in field mode here, and 25 sensitivity. I mean, you change that. That's obviously one of the things that you will change to suit your ground. With the LG30, I seem to be able to have it a bit higher. I can even have sort of 26 somewhere there. Seems to be still stable, you know. Right, and into the settings. Obviously the settings button here on the bottom right. The first of all is the noise cancel, and that you should do every single time. I do that every time I turn the machine on. That's the first thing I do. Usually just hover the coil just above the ground here somewhere. I'll just do it here to show you, and then just press the pinpoint button and that will automatically do a noise cancel. Obviously I'll have to do this again because I've got the machine folded up and I'm not doing it properly. But yeah, that will go through from 1 to 13 and it will choose its own channel, which is perfect. It's number 7 it's gone with. That's the clearest channel available, so the least interference that it found. And then yeah, straight over to your next one along the list here is your recovery speed. I usually keep that around 5. I might drop down to 4 or even up to 6 depending on, again, ground conditions. That's another one that you will want to be changing to suit your ground, you know. But yeah, I keep that around 5. That's my preferred. These are probably more my cultivated settings really, which are in the description below as well. You can look at my pasture settings for deep pasture and my cultivated settings. So yeah, then you've got in that menu, hidden in that menu, if you press the pinpoint button, again the select button here in the middle, it will go, you get IF on the right hand side. Now that is your iron filter. I keep that on 3. It goes from 1 all the way up to 8. 8 is where the machine was set originally by factory, I believe. So if you don't want to use iron filter, that's where you'll set it to have it as it was before this update, or before 1.09. But I have that down at 3. Now the next one is whilst you're in this menu, off of the recovery speed menu, you can just keep pressing left or right and it will go. The next one is stability, ST on the right hand side here, and I have that set at 3 as well. Again, I think that goes up to 5. 5. So I have that at 3. So 3 and 3 on iron filter and stability. Then right again is your bottle cap rejection. I don't use that. I have that on 0. The next one is ground suppressor. Again, 0. I don't use that. That's for mineralized ground. I don't have any of that. So, and that is it in that secret menu. That's probably the most important little menu there, I think. Then you just press your select button. You can come out of that. You're now back on recovery speed. Next one along is just volume. I have that fairly high because I don't use headphones most of the time. I like to be able, because obviously I film and that as well, so you guys can hear what's going on. It's just easier for me not to wear them. In that you've actually got audio gain as well, and now where is I think it's factory again is set at 3. That's where it's at its normal. If you want to make deeper targets pop out more, so those quiet signals, you can up that to whatever you like. You can go up on it. I tend to leave it alone. I like to be able to tell what depth the signals are, and I just find it better left as is. So yeah, there's that. Then you've got your tones. I have 60 tone. That's where I set it. You can go down to 1, 2, 4, 6 or 60 tone. I prefer 60 tone. That is, it gives you the most information out of the machine and the tones. Next along is tone volume. So I have iron volume set at 5. So I like it quite loud. I like to be able to hear the iron. And then the next set is at 10. That's full volume. Next one along is tone frequency. I have my iron set at 4, which I like. Again, I like it a little bit, not too low and grunty, because you can't hear them very well, so I have it up a little bit. And then the next one's set at 23. That's just where it is. I think it doesn't really either or. Let's go with 22. I like the number 22. Next one along the list is your tone breaks. So I've got mine set at 8. And that generally is because it seems to be the sweet spot. So when you've got your iron filter and stability down low, it helps having this slightly lower. Any higher, you sort of get mixed tones. So yeah, it just seems to be the sweet spot anyway. So I mean, that's that's your own personal preference, but I think that's quite important, and 8 seems to be where it's at. And the next ones along are your I can't think of the name of it now. It's eluded me. I thought of this morning as well. I can't even think what it's called. It's because I don't use it. It'll come to me. I'll go back to it. And obviously the next one along in the menu here is your profiles. So you can set a profile if you want. I do have one set, but I tend to just flick between the settings. I just find it's easier to do that. And the rest is, it's fairly simple. You've got your backlight. I think I have that on 1 from the look of it. I didn't even know it was on, to be honest, but probably just to give it that little bit of light when the sun's on the screen, maybe. Next one is vibrate. Next one is your backlight, your torch on the back of the, and Bluetooth time and settings, basically your machine time. What have I done now? 16 hours, 16 days and 4 hours from the look of that, whatever that is. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. There's not a lot more to it, to be honest. That's pretty much my settings. I hope that's sort of gone through it and cleared it up for you. And you know, here we go, I've remembered. My brain's ticking whilst I'm talking. That is threshold, sorry. Threshold and threshold frequency, I think. And I don't use those again. Like I say, that's set on 0 and that's 10. I think that's where it's just generally set. I've never changed it, so but yeah, threshold, volume and everything else. Yeah, not something I've ever used, so. But yeah, I really hope that's helped, guys. I really do. If there are any other questions, please just ask, and I'll try and answer them in the comments and try and help you guys out as best I can. You know I always do. But yeah. Right, guys, I totally forgot. Ground balance, very important. I have no mineralized soil, and as by the manual, it tells you to set it to 0 if you don't have any mineralization. So yeah, mine is at 0. If I do a ground balance, that's all you have to do. So yeah, that'd be your last ground balance is always set, so you always re-ground balance anyway. Now you can either use the up and down arrows to go back down to 0 manually, or if you, just a little tip, if you press and hold the the ground balance button whilst it's in the air away from the ground, it will automatically go down to 0 because there's no soil, obviously. So yeah, set that to 0, guys, if you don't have any mineralized soil. If you do, obviously do a ground balance. I've had a few people as well ask what are all those signals that I'm sort of skipping up and missing. Well, I'm actually not. If you listen, it's all falsing, and I'll show you. So that little blip there, it's just the false on the back of a bit of iron that you've swung over, or they're not actually. Your ears get used to. The reason I can just walk over them is because my ears have got used to the tones, and I know those. There you go again, that little bleep. I know they're just falses, so they're not actually signals. That one is not. So even that one caught me out, actually. But that'll be deep iron, you see. Just picking it up, just falsing on it. That was quite a high false, that one. Anybody would think would have. Yeah, it's given all sorts. It's an angry tone. Yeah, but you get the idea. Once you've learned the machine, and it takes time. It does take hours and hours and hours of listening and just digging all those signals. You know, dig them up. If you've just started out, dig up all the signals. And you'll soon start to learn what's a good signal and what's not. The legend will tell you it always gives you an off tone if it's not right. You know, it's when there's a good target, it's a banging signal. You'll know about it. That one was a quiet one, but again, it's just a false. Some of them catch you out. Some of them, you know, even catch me out still. It doesn't take a second to go back and check them though, does it, and see if you've missed something. It's just talking to you. The machine is just telling you everything that's in the ground. It's picking it all up, all those little pieces of iron, possibly little bits of foil or anything like that. Quite busy ground here, so it's see, they're just little falses, not a signal. It'd be typical that I don't find a decent signal to show you it coming across one, you know, and something. But what I'll do, I'll try and find a good iron signal and show you that, because that's not always a grunt. So yeah, we'll have a look at that in a bit. Well, this was difficult to find and very hard for me not to walk away. So used to walking away from iron signals, but yeah, this one, here you go guys. Big blurty signal, listen. Really off signal. Blup, blup, blup. And turn on it. Just gets worse, there's a little bit of a grunt there now. Overload. It's just obvious, it's not a good signal, but you might catch it on an angle that you think might give you a signal, sort of here. You know, it's in there, isn't it? But yeah, just ignore those guys. That's big deep iron, that. Really horrible shouty signal, just shouts at you. Yeah, so walk away. You'll know a good signal when they come. And that's the difference in a good signal. Clear, crisp, solid numbers. I'd take a stab and say that's a coin all day long. Like I say, the legend will let you know as soon as you've got a good signal. It's there. So still the same numbers, 42, 41, 42. Where are you? It's in here somewhere. Oh, and there we are. Look, guys, sitting on the clod. We got ourselves a coin. A little bit of an imprint there. What do we got? Oh, that's looking like an old one as well. Actually, that's a yeah, that's a William. I think that's a William III. Bust facing right there. I'll get you on the other camera and have a look, guys. I've had a bit of rain today as well, so everything's going to be a little bit muddy. I'm going to struggle with cleaning stuff today, but yeah, I think that's a William III. Looks like him. Don't think there's anything on the back, but yeah, definite coin signal, guys. You'll know them when they come up. You can't miss them. Awesome, first coin of the day. Another little tip, guys, try to not use that ferro check, or well, not rely on it anyway. This one was coming in at 22 and giving both sides mostly ferrous, and that's probably down to something else in the ground nearby. So, but there was a decent enough tone to dig. So don't rely on that. And it was a little clog clasp. Which I've just dropped. I'm probably going to have to find out. Found it. There it is. Yeah. So don't rely on that too much, guys. That's it's more of a guide. Use your ears. Listen to those tones. But yeah, nice little clog clasp there. Lovely little bit of detail on there as well. Look, a little bit of pattern on there around the outside. Bit of M&M there for you. Ah, dear. Nice. Another tip, guys. Low tone. Solid 11. Hot rocks, or coke, whichever you'd like to call it. But yeah, unmistakable. That low tone, I just walked straight away from it. Yeah, number 11, hot rocks. Right guys, just pulled this one up here. This was a solid 41 again, 42, and it looks like we got ourselves a greenie. Lovely big worm there. It's a monster. What have we got? Oh look, we've got a little, I knew that was going to be something like that, with that green, a little bunhead, Vicky bunhead, look. Absolute beauty. That green is amazing, isn't it? What we got there, 18. Sorry guys, trying to do that one-handed. Just give it a little rub. 1870, are we? 1870. Britannia there, absolute beauty. Still love pulling up these green pre-decimal coins. Absolutely stunning, aren't they? The next tip, guys, and something I'm always saying, dig those low numbers. Look, even out of the ground, this 15. And what we got? A bit of a bronze ring there. It's like probably a bridle ring, like a harness, horse harness ring, maybe. Very old, that, because if you look carefully you can see the file marks where it's been, how it's been made. You can see the file marks around the outside of that. Yeah, that's early medieval, I'd have said. Yeah, could have even possibly have even been a part of an annular brooch, but we'll never know. It looks a bit thinner on this side, suggesting probably a strap been round it, but yeah, dig those low numbers, guys. I'm always saying it, but yeah, it's because I mean it. Do it! Dig them up! Dig them all! Sometimes they can be trash, obviously, but definitely worth digging them up if you're not on a completely trashy site anyway. But yeah, very nice. Well, I got this 1920, quite a quiet signal. Another tip, if it is a quiet signal, you want to just boost it a little bit, just turn your sensitivity up. There you go, nice 19 now. Failing that, you can lower your recovery. There you go. Even give them ferro check now, look. Well, I've already seen this one anyway, guys, so let me just put my recovery back. Yeah, I think we could be onto a hammered. I did see it. It's down here somewhere. Bear with me. Where are you? Where have you gone? It was here. There you are. There he is. Now that looks like the edge of a hammered to me. Yeah, it's gotta be. That's a hammered coin all day long. What is that then? Oh wow. Oh, that's nice. That's got some real good detail on this. Oh, we got... Oh blimey, look at that. Is that an Edward? I can already see Edward. Look, Edward. It's an Edward something or other. Oh, that's an absolute corker, that is. Look at that. Let me not rub that. I better rub that side. Let me get a bit of spray on it. Oh wow, look at that. You absolute beauty. Daymaker right there. Wow, that's incredible. That's some real detail on that. Blimey, that is incredible. That's an absolute... Look at the patina on. Look at the darkening, the black. I love that. It's got like a bluey tinge to it. Wow. What is that? A civvy. Can we make out where it's minted? Not sure on that one. Not sure at all. I can see Civitas, but I can't make out. Is that D? Not sure. I'll have to look that one up and see if I can find out. But that is incredible. What a coin. That bust. It's a little Edward anyway, but oh, that's just fantastic. Absolutely made my day, that has. Sun is shining, birds are singing. What more could you want? Hammered coins. Nice. Now this is a signal I really like the sound of. Solid 36, look at that. That's nearly good enough to be a hammered coin, that is. Or a nice little silver. Possibly not, but you never know. Still a solid 36, absolutely banging signal that. Sorry, the machine's not standing up, stay still. You know a good signal when you hear one, that is for sure. Oh, it's green anyway. It's looking like a coin. Looking good. Small, very small coin. Is that farthing? Oh, okay. Wow. That's not a that is a farthing, but it's a Norwich farthing. I think that's a Norwich token, Norwich farthing, and that may just be the best condition one I've ever found. Let me get you straight on the other camera, guys. Right, here we go, guys. There. This looks really good. That looks really, really nice. Look at that. I've just given that side a little bit of a rub. Looks like yeah, it says Norwich farthing. That's one of those Norwich tokens, isn't it? A Norwich city token. That is amazing. Fairly local history, that. And there you have it. There's the little shield with the little castle in the middle there. That's got to be the best condition one of those I've ever found. That is amazing. What a coin, or a token even. I'm not focusing. I'm sure it says farthing, doesn't it? Norwich farthing. Yeah. Oh, that is incredible. That's brilliant. Right guys, I've been trying not to film finds because obviously I know I've sort of talked a lot today about different bits and bobs, and yeah, should have filmed this one. Solid 34, 35, absolutely banging signal, and it's a coin, as you can see, but not expecting this up here. It's a Roman, and it's an absolute monster. Look at that beauty. That could be Hadrian, that, looking at the bust. Not entirely sure, but there's a few people I know that will know. I haven't even looked at the reverse. Oh wow, you little beauty. Look at that. That's a Dupondiosaurus sestercius, quite a big coin. Absolutely amazing. What I'll do is I'll give it a clean up. I won't do it live because it's going to take too long, but I'll give it a clean up and I'll come back to you guys. There you are, guys. Look at that. Yeah, I'm thinking that's not Hadrian now, looking at his nose is too big. It's quite a big bust though, quite a big guy, whoever he is, but I can't make out the legend around the outside. But yeah, what an incredible little coin, or big coin actually. Look at that. Is that Britannia still on the back of those? I don't know if that was Britannia. Very similar to the Britannia, isn't it, on the back of the pre-decimals, but definitely looks like her. But wow, yeah, what a coin. Absolutely made up by that. Not expecting to find that up here. I'm on Roman 2, quite a different sort of point of Roman 2 as well. I'm not really where I'd usually go, so yeah, didn't expect to see that. Absolutely brilliant. Another very similar signal, again slightly more jumpy, but about a 35. Lovely little spectacle buckle. It's doing it on purpose to me now because I said I didn't want to film anything else because I'm running out of time. I've put too much into this video. Never mind, we can't shorten it just for the sake of... It's still a day's detecting, isn't it? Ah, lovely, absolutely beautiful find. Do love a good buckle. Right guys, what an absolute corker of a day again. Like I say, I didn't film everything because I was well aware that I talked a lot, and yeah, it's more of a video today of settings and tips and hints and little tricks and bits and bobs, you know. But I've had an absolutely cracking day as well at the same time. So let's just have a look at the finds, guys. Well, there we go, guys. That is an absolutely awesome day's digging once again. Let's go through this fairly quickly, and then I've got one more tip for you at the end here. Plenty of buttons as usual. Little bullet there, little random lump of bronze, lovely green. Not sure what that was. Very odd little piece. It's not silver. Yeah, not sure on that at all. Bit of an odd one. If anybody has got any ideas on that, what are your thoughts? Leave a comment. Few pieces of buckle there. Lovely little clog clasp with a bit of patterning around it. That I think is off a draw handle or something like that. I think I've had those before. They spark discussion, they do. That is an odd one. Not sure again. Possibly sort of leather mount type thing, but looking at the metal, I don't think it's that old. Not sure what kind of metal that is, but yeah, some kind of leather mount. Beautiful little spectacle buckle. Absolutely love those. Half of a ring thing. Lovely pin from an old buckle. I think that's possibly even, don't know if that could be even off a Roman buckle, or early medieval at least. But yeah, that's quite nice. Little steel yard weight possibly. It's got the little iron pins at the top. Yeah, not sure on that. That could be, again, a lot of people say Roman, don't they? But early medieval maybe. Yeah, not entirely sure, but yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know what you think. Coins wise, had a cracking day again. What we got there? 6 coins in total. Look, lovely little bun head, Victoria. What did we say that was? 1870, didn't we? Yeah, lovely little William. I believe a William III. I still think it is, unless I'm wrong. But he looks like a little William III, doesn't he? Could be a George. Oh no, yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking William III. Could be totally wrong there, but another coin. I didn't film that. Absolutely scrubbed, but a very thin one. Not sure what that is at all. That's going to be, yeah, just one of those. That lovely little Norwich farthing. Can't see the right. That will wax up beautifully, I think. But yeah, you can just make out Norwich farthing on there. And of course, you've got the shield on the other side, which is there. You can't. Yeah, it's very difficult to make out now. But yeah, that'll clean up lovely, that will. Of course, that massive Roman coin I had earlier, was not expecting that to come up from where it did, which is always the case, isn't it? At least where you least expect them to come up, they do. But yeah, what a lovely little coin that is. Quite a big coin actually, but yeah, absolutely cracking. Gotta love a Roman. And of course, that lovely hammered coin I found earlier, which I think is an Edward. Haven't done any research yet. Hopefully I will have done by now, and I can put the info up here for you. If not, please let me know what you think. Yeah, not sure what that is. A Civitas Durham, would it be? No, Durham maybe, possibly. But yeah, what a beautiful little coin. Absolute corker. So yeah, guys, like I said, one more tip. I think the main one is just learn your machine. Learn those tones. The tones are the most important thing you will have on any machine. It doesn't matter what machine it is. If you can master the tones and learn what that machine is telling you just through tones, without relying on the screen and all the numbers and all that, because they're not really necessary totally, you know, they've got their place, but yeah, those tones, very, very important. Give your machine time, learn it, and you'll master it. You will master it, and it will produce very nice stuff for you. But yeah, hope that's helped you out, guys. I really do, and really, really appreciate all the support. I'm sure one of the apps I use has gone down, but I'm over 200,000 views. Yeah, I'm coming up to 2,500 subscribers, and it's just amazing. You guys are amazing. The channel wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you. So yeah, thank you very much again, guys. I'll see you on the next one.